Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Musketeers, Magical Musketeers, it has been a while, but you might have seen a decklist popping up on Facebook, like a top 8 decklist from, again, past weekend locals, I think, and very similar to this. I think I made a couple of slight changes, not too many, but the reason why I decided to playtest Magical Musketeers again is not because they're going to be the next Zodiacs, but because of amazements. Again, you know, well, like a small portion of the amazement package, you know, the boss that's searchable during your own turn with their quick play spell, but again, the quick play spell kinda adds something to Magical. It's basically very similar to like Upstart Goblin. You have it in there to trigger, you know, your level 4, your level 3 to get those free searches, right? That's basically the same thing. Plus, the amazement package does give you more interruption as well during your opponent's turn, for example, right? So drop their boss. I feel, you know how it works. Very similar to Dark Armed Dragon, plus it gives you the Book of Moon effect during your opponent's turn as well, by immediately equipping something from your deck, or, well, any amazement trap from your deck to, let's say, an opponent's monster, and then, you know, book it in case. But because, let's face it, the small package you're main decking here, only 2 of the, is it Administrator, I believe the name is? The big boss, and then the Book of Moon, right, during your opponent's turn. That's more than enough. So something to combine with Magical Muskets, that's definitely welcome. Keep in mind though, and that's, you know, maybe a mistake you could make early on, is that if you use your Administrator, your amazement boss, its equipping effect, well, attaching effect from the deck, you won't get the Musket activation, right? Let's say if you equip the quote-unquote trap Book of Moon during your opponent's turn, put it in the same zone, spell and trap card zone, as in where like a Magical Musketeer monster is laying, or, you know, like above it, you know, it won't trigger, because again, it's not activated, but you probably know that. Phantasme is there. I'm currently running, I think the eventual list running now is 41 cards. You know why, with Upstart, again, triggering your Magical Musket monsters, it's basically for free. But I kinda like the list of, the thing, yeah, with Magical Musketeers is that it's a deck that I feel you might just want to go second. Especially because of those triple Phantasmes, triple Ash Blossom, only 2 Impermanence. You know, you could definitely find place to put in 3, but Imperm is one of those cards that's, okay, going second, it's strong, but going first, it's like, it doesn't advance your game state, right? You want to have stuff like your Amazement spell, Upstart, one of the pots, to immediately trigger your muskets and go from there. Ties of the Brethren, like, okay, I know people which they're going to suggest it. I'm not a huge fan of Ties. There are like Exorcisters from last week, I think. It was in there, but you could run it in Magical Musketeers, but again, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a bit too much of a restriction. Might be a dead card as well. I kind of prefer running the pots over it, Desires, even Prosperity. But, you know, Max just gives this deck a big boost, 3 pluses all day. And with the Amazement boss, it kinda, you know, gives your field more protection. Keep your Magical Muskets on the field. And go for a second one. And the opponent indeed has 1 monster, so that's, you know, at least that could have been 1 search. But it's fine though that Shadow, at least one of the new Shadow monsters, is not really that big. Or at least, you know, when it's like destroyed or ran over by battle, it doesn't have that big of an impact. And the Shadow, well no, the Invoked Field spell is a big problem, because the thing though with, is it Last Stand, their counter trap from Magical Musketeers? You can't use, well, you can use it on Shadow Fusion or Invocation, but the effect won't get negated. Keep that in mind, right? If your opponent has the Invoked Meltdown, the Invocation Field spell, face upon the field. So this is the reason why I like Phantasme so much, but might change by the time we get the new cards, the new archetypes like Sword Soul. You know, it doesn't really do anything against Sword Soul, and if that deck enters the metagame, you know, stuff like Phantasme might be you know, more useful in like the side deck. So going second, and Monster Reborn here to, you know, force out Appaloosa. I went for Desires early because again Desires could have drawn. I mean, one of you saw which cards I drew off of Desires, both Last Stand and Desperado, and even one of them would have been perfect to, you know, force out the Ancient Warrior one and or Appaloosa eventually, plus the back row, right? Well, Last Stand, I guess, would have been the better one to give me full protection against any form of back row here. But not sure if he knew what it was. I mean, the Revolt was already activated, so it, yeah, I mean, Imperm. Ah, okay, Solemn might have been something as well. So yeah, I guess drawing, well, off of Desires and drawing two, and one of them being the Last Stand, the counter trap definitely was a good one. Cross Domination, I believe the name is, fantastic. I was thinking of, I remember uploading Magical Musketeers like some time ago, a couple of months ago, and I had droplets in there, but I believe the format was a bit different. I believe it was during the Virtual World format with True King of All Calamities, and the thing now is I'm, well, I am, or I was really close on adding in, what's it called, Forbidden Chalice. Right, because of, let's say, going second, and it's basically another impermanence, but it's something that you can immediately activate if you have like a Magical Musket on the field. So it's a little bit more, it's a little more flexible, right, compared to impermanence. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So Imperm, these try to get something going, but the thing is that Magical Musketeers is still weak to early disruption. Okay, they have like their own, I forgot its name, the continuous trap that gives your Magical Musketeer deck an extra normal summon, or you know, an extra summon basically. I believe it's an extra special summon, but I'm not a huge fan of it. You could main deck it, you could side deck it, but yeah, the deck is still weak to disruption, a well-timed Ash Blossom, or as you saw, Gamma is so strong, it so, yeah, and it negates everything, negates your max, negates any Musketeer monster from resolving, and unlike Ash Blossom, the monster is destroyed as well, right? And that's still a big problem for Magical Musketeers, but I like the Amazement package, that small Amazement package, the double of the big boss, the Administrator, I believe the name is, plus the Book of Moon one, I feel is perfect. It's perfect for the deck. So if you want to spice up, like, at least if you want to try something different, something new, quote-unquote new, definitely give this deck a try, right? So last example, again, going first? Yeah, should be. Cross Domination on the Alistair, so that's cool. And here, yeah, that's well, maybe I should have destroyed. I mean, that feels like a hard minus, right? Like destroying the Eldritch, no, not the Eldritch, the Invocation, you know, the Meltdown, the Alistair field spell, you know. To then I would have been able to negate any fusion spell. The Last Stand would have been, yeah, that might have been a misplay on my part, or am I missing something? I might be missing something, right? Or did I search the Desperado off of Cross Domination? That might have been something. Yeah, I probably would have. Yeah, that probably would have happened. I probably would have destroyed the field spell with Desperado if I had the chance, right? But I mean, it's fine though. So Max is still there. Cross Domination was expected. We knew the Alistair was there from the previous turn, so I was like, okay, that's all cool. But another Invocation, it's the field. But this time I'm able to negate it with, you know, Last Stand. And again, gain momentum. And this is something you can't really give, you know, a deck like Magical Musketeers, and I believe my Administrator is there. It's, you know, it's live as soon as I, let's say, activate the trap, here in this case Desperado, and indeed Desperado will just, well, not Desperado, but it will trigger the Gaspar, and Gaspar will just search probably Cross Domination. Well, okay, it's going to get met by the Blossom, but yeah, it doesn't matter, because again, the Administrator will just give me an extra form of protection, plus itself being a big beatstick definitely helps out. So I'm liking the deck. I'm liking the hybrid of, you know, Magical Musketeers with that small amazement package. A bigger package going second, like Phantasme, Blossoms are also there. Imperm, I feel is fine as a 2-of, but currently 41 card decklist. Like always, feel free to leave suggestions. Stuff like Chalice, Droplet, Callby, Cyclone, Prosperity. Talents maybe, but not a huge fan of talents here for this deck. Might be a bit too passive, but again, like always, feel free to leave suggestions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Liam signing out. Peace.